It is the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament coming your way on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications. And it's all come down to this, the championship game. The North Putnam Cougars, a record of 11-9, square off with the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, who are 13-4. I'm John Herrick, along with Mike Walensky and the rest of our fantastic crew from the ISC Sports Network. Mike, you know, this is a rematch from earlier in the season back on January 17th. Greencastle plays North Putnam and loses to North Putnam in that game 53-50. And I'm sure that revenge is on their mind here tonight.
Well, one thing's for certain, these two basketball teams really score, and they can shoot the ball. They've got great perimeter shooting. Whitaker for the Greencastle Tiger Cubs is outstanding, and Brooks for North Putnam is also an outstanding scorer. Two guys who can really light it up from the outside. Pickle for North Putnam, he's a pretty good ball player, youngster. And then in the inside, Cade Plew, the big 6'7" center for Greencastle. It'll be a really interesting matchup in this championship game tonight.
Let's start with North Putnam a little bit more first. They began the year 2-5. They have won 9 of their last 13 games, including 4 of their last 5, scoring 63 points a game and allowing 58. I think it helps, Mike, that they have 7 upperclassmen to rely on, 5 juniors and 2 seniors.
That helps a lot. I think the other key is Vince Brooks' arrival as the head basketball coach for the Cougars, because this is his first year, and I think it seems like this basketball team has really bought into what he's trying to do at North Putnam. Here's a Cougar basketball team that had struggles winning sectional games over the course of the years. I think you can put that behind you. With Mason Brooks in the lineup at 6'5", a junior, things are going to change dramatically for this ball club.
This is a much better team that went 7-17 last year, and they are 11-9 this year, so showing lots of improvement.
I think the major improvement is the ability to shoot the basketball. And that's a real key when you've got Brooks scoring 20-plus points a game, and then you got a young sophomore, Aaron Pickle, who did have some varsity experience last year. Now, his older brother, Andrew, is an awfully good basketball player who's moved on, but he was not the kind of perimeter player that Aaron Pickle can bring to this ball game. But it will be important for North Putnam to rebound in tonight's ball game.
Then you look at Greencastle. They are riding a 7-game winning streak, and interestingly enough, they're scoring 59 points a game, so they can definitely shoot it. However, they're shooting 61% from the field from 2-point range. They're not as good from 3-point range at 31%, but you'd think a team that can shoot that well and they're on their home floor, you got to figure they got a great chance.
They've got an advantage here being on the home court with Brody Whitaker's an outstanding ball player at 6'3", great scorer. But I think maybe the X factor in this ball game will be Benton Parmley, number 14. If he can be the floor general that he needs to be for Coach Bryce Rector's Greencastle Ball Club, they've got a chance. And with Plew at 6'7", there's a mismatch inside. He's got some height.
What do you think the keys are to the game for both these teams?
Well, first thing is the glass. I think whoever wins the battle on the boards is going to this basketball game, because both teams shoot the ball well, so missed shots will be at a premium. Intention, the intention to score, to get to the bucket and put points on the board are key. And reaction. Reaction meaning you've got two basketball teams that have 2 really good scorers. Will they throw a lot of junk defense? Will be some box and ones. I think you talked off the air in the first matchup between North Putnam and Greencastle. We saw some defenses that changed. How will these teams react to that defensive alignment? Can they get through this? Can they find a way to put points on the board and defend to win a game?
North Putnam and Greencastle in the Putnam County Tournament Boys Championship game. Starting lineups and the tip-off coming your way next. You're watching the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Blue is engineering technology, aviation, public health, business, and 100 other majors. Blue is a 4-year graduation guarantee. Blue is filled with researchers, scholars, explorers, creators. Blue is commended by Forbes and the Princeton Review. Blue is 150 years of sycamores making the world bolder, healthier, greener, wiser, better. Blue is Indiana State University. There's more to Blue.
Back at the McAnally Center, the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game coming up here on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications. Let's show you the starting lineups for North Putnam. It's going to be Zach Huff, Aaron Huffman, Aaron Pickle, Mason Brooks. For Greencastle, you've got Brody Whitaker leading the way, averaging 24 points a game. Then Benton Parmley along with Evan Alexander, Ethan Meyer, and Cade Plew. The head coach for Greencastle, Bryce Rector, 59-32 is his record in his 4 years at Greencastle. For North Putnam, they are led by Vince Brooks, who is in his first year as a head coach at North Putnam, and he has a record of 11-9. The leading scorer for North Putnam is Mason Brooks with 22 points a game. He's also averaging 10 rebounds. And of course, Aaron Pickle, 12 points, 4 rebounds a game. And Zach Huff lurking close behind him at 9 points. So one thing I'm noticing is that, Mike, both these teams, I don't know what kind of depth they have. It looks like they don't have a ton of depth, but it looks like they do have balance, especially in their starting lineup.
They definitely have balance. Maybe not as much depth as maybe they would like, but maybe as the season progresses here, as we get closer to sectional, there's going to be a player or two that step up. Now, talking about sectional, Park Heritage and North Putnam have to be the favorite in their sectional.
Yeah.
But for Greencastle, they've got to contend with Danville, the Danville Warriors, and Coach Barber does a great job. That's going to be a very interesting dilemma for both these ball clubs as they move to sectional. That's why it's important to come out here and have a complete game. You've got to have a strong finish to the finish line if you want to have a chance to advance in the tournament. It all starts tonight.
In the last 35 years, Greencastle and North Putnam have played each other 41 times, and it's a series really that Greencastle has dominated. They have won 27 of those 41 meetings. North Putnam, their opponent's record this year, though, 186 and 181, so 5 games above 500. Greencastle's opponent's records 154 and 158, 4 games below 500. So North Putnam to this point has played the slightly tougher schedule. Greencastle in their home whites with the silver numbers and letters and the purple outline, and North Putnam is in their dark blue jerseys with the orange numbers and the white outline there. You see the Greencastle student section going bananas, really trying to urge their team on to a victory. It is Cade Plew in the jump circle for Greencastle going up against Mason Brooks, and Plew sends the ball into the backcourt, winning the tip for Greencastle.
And right off the bat, North Putnam running a man defense, letting them shoot from the outside.
Shot does not go down there, and it leads to a rebound by Mason Brooks. North Putnam with their first crack at it. Brooks takes it right in and scores.
Brooks, a very aggressive player, can take it inside, outside, averaging almost 4 rebounds a ball game at 6'5". This ball club will be forced to really play some solid defense inside.
There's the jump hook by Ethan Meyer, does not go down, but Greencastle able to keep it there. Free throw line jumper by Plew off the mark. Rebound Brooks.
If North Putnam wants to accomplish a victory tonight, it's got to take solid shots and rebound well. Good job of blocking out there by Meyer for Greencastle.
Aaron Huffman couldn't get the 3 to go down. Powering his way in. Layup made by Cade Plew.
Solid play by Plew, averaging 12.8 points a ball game.
Mason Brooks trying to go to work again. Steps into a deep 3, way off. Rebounded by Brady Whitaker.
The challenge tonight will be if Plew matches up with Brooks, he's got to step out and defend him. May force him to work a little bit during this course of this ball game. The conditioning will be very important for the big guy Plew.
Ethan Meyer's got it. They definitely don't believe in his ability to score offensively because they were backing up and he's called for traveling. I mean, have you noticed that, Mike? The last couple times he's touched the ball, they don't even go anywhere near him.
No,
they're daring him to shoot.
No doubt about it. They do not want to guard him because he's not a factor shooting the basketball. He's only averaging 2.4 points a game. If he's going to score his points, it's going to be inside. So why not guard him?
Brooks going to work. Picks up his dribble, so he's being hounded by Plew now. Huffman driving in trouble, rifles it out to the three-point line, and there is Aaron Pickle waiting on it and knocking it down.
Pickle has really stepped up his game now as a sophomore, averaging over 12 points a ball game. He can't take the ball inside. Nice perimeter shot.
That one doesn't fall through. By the way, Pickle is shooting from the outside 39% from three.
Wow, he knocked down another one. The difference being is North Putnam is knocking down their threes, and Greencastle also settling for some jump shots. Take the ball to the rim.
There's a jumper they have there by Whitaker, and it's off the mark and goes out of bounds.
You can kind of tell early on in the ball game, if you're not shooting the ball real well from outside, change of course, take the ball to the rim, try to draw some fouls. There may be a little bit early game jitters here in this championship ball game for Greencastle and Coach Rector's ball club.
Yeah, Ethan Meyer comes out. Trent Ross off the bench is in for him. 5'11", 160-pound senior guard. When these two teams played each other last time, Greencastle was led in scoring by Brody Whitaker with 11. Strong take and a layup and a foul for Dane Spencer. Everything is going North Putnam's way early in this one.
Dane Spencer does not average too many points a ball game, just 5.4, but he made it happen there with the left hand, and that was a foul there on Greencastle. Reaching in was Trent Ross, number 42. Got him with the right hand.
Spencer's a pretty good free throw shooter too, 74%. Nothing but nylon there. What a start for North Putnam. They lead by 9, 11-2. Cross skip pass to Alexander for three. Well short, rebounded by Ellis Lyons, who just came in. Out to Huff, give and go. Nice pass inside. Aaron Pickle finishes. Greencastle badly needs a timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Well, we are not even 4 minutes into the game, but it has been all North Putnam Cougars as they lead the Greencastle Tiger Cubs 13-2, and we have a stoppage of play. I think the referee noticed maybe the same thing I did, that some of the lights up here were turning off. And so I guess she just wanted to make sure there weren't any huge cause for concern. Hey, it doesn't matter if the lights are up off where we are. They just can't be off down there. Driving, scoring.
Great job by Whitaker, taking the ball to the rim. Now there is a box and one there early on. He's being guarded by Pickle, but that time they switched him to man-to-man. He swept by Pickle on the baseline. He needs to have more help.
And Greencastle in man-to-man on defense. That's a big bucket right there, one they really needed to have coming out of the timeout. Brooks with a nice behind-the-back dribble. Tough shot, doesn't go down for him.
Forced a shot.
Good
job
rebound
by Plew. Nice job by Plew.
Parmley feeds it inside. Layup by Evan Alexander. He's the third Greencastle Tiger Cub to score.
Important for Parmley to direct that offense and find the open man. He was able to do that in the half court there for the Tiger Cubs.
Rolling around Huff, leaves it for Spencer. Spencer backs his way in. Now he's in trouble to Brooks, and Brooks is fouled by Cade Plew. So that's the first on Plew, the second on Greencastle. Aaron Pickles coming out of the game. And in for the Ellis Lions, who receives the inbound pass. And also Aaron Huffman, I think, just got called for a moving screen.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good call. Aaron Huffman, the junior 6 foot, came up, was moving. He was pushing his body, had his hands out in front of him. And a good call as you take a look at Bryce Rector, the head basketball coach here at Greencastle, does a really good job with this Tiger Cub outfit.
And if he gets his team can pull off a win tonight, he will get his 60th career win. Plew to Alexander. Swinging it left to Parmley. Parmley, by the way, averaging 7 points, 3 assists per game. His feet inside to Alexander. Got it to Plew. Plew couldn't finish, but he's fouled.
Brooks may draw the foul. He was a little bit out of position there as he reached in. As you take a look at this one, look at number 32 reach in there with the right hand. May have gotten some body on the lower side to draw the foul. Good job by the Tiger Cubs of being able to reverse the basketball. Now Plew has a chance from the foul line.
He has struggled from there, 62%. By the way, these teams, both of them, very close in free throw percentage. Greencastle 68% as a team from the line. North Putnam 71%. Head coach Vince Brooks didn't like that last call. Plew bricks the second one, nearly got his own rebound though, but it was pulled down by Lions. So this is a 5-0 run here by Greencastle after trailing by 11. Dribbling through traffic, Huffman couldn't get it to go. Rebound Whitaker. Brody Whitaker steps into a three. Not this time. Rebounded by Zach Huff for North Putt.
The difference this year between North Putnam and last year is the Pats are very methodical offensively. Now they look to attack the basketball. They really push the ball up into the half court and get things moving. And Brooks is a big-time player for them, handling the ball right now.
Spencer handed it to Brooks, then Brooks leaves it for Lions, who had a good look, didn't go down for him, and Trent Ross the rebound. That Greencastle student section starting to get back into it. Three by Alexander. Doinks off the rim, and Spencer the rebound. Charging up the floor.
Rebounding, very important in this basketball game. Will be very critical who grabs the ball off the glass. Right now, North Putnam doing a really nice job rebounding there. Although Brooks, he's going to get another foul.
That's a huge call. Mason Brooks, the leading scorer for North Putnam, just picked up his second foul. So a critical juncture in the game. Is Brooks going to stay out there? Yes, he is. And not only that, Aaron Pickle, the second leading scorer for North Putnam, is coming back in. So the dynamic of this game changing, Mike. I mean, you're North Putt, you're up 11 early, and now you're only up 6, and your best player just got his second foul.
Well, again,
and a traveling violation here.
There was a turnover there, but the key here for Greencastle is to be very patient. And right now we see Pickle face guarding Brody Whitakers. Everywhere Brody goes, Pickle goes. So Greencastle's seen this before. They need to find a way to free up their great shooter.
Pickle trying to drive on Plew. He's cut off. Huff.
Zach Huff, number 2's averaged 8.5 points a game. So you can't settle down on him. You have to focus on him too on the defensive end. What a shot there by Brooks.
That was just an all-effort play by Brooks. Wanted to take the three and he made it. Pushes the lead back to 9. We're inside a minute to play. 3 out of the corner. In and out from Trent Ross. Rebound Brooks. Brooks lobs it up the floor to Pickle. Now Spencer attacks. Pickle inside. Doesn't go down. Rebounded by Whitaker.
Every time Brody gets the basketball, there's 2 people out there for North Putnam and the Cougars to guard him. very well-coached basketball team. Of course, these two teams played earlier this year, as we talked about, so there is an advantage in terms of preparation.
Traveling violation there. Discover how you can save money by bundling your Endeavor services by calling 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Communications, your hometown telephone provider for over 65 years. Spencer gets it to Pickle. Greencastle forcing that offense for North Putt out to the wing. Brooks another three, this time no. Spencer the big offensive rebound. Brooks this time from 2-point range. Slices in for a layup. The lead is back to 11. 5 seconds left for Greencastle. Three, short, does not fall in from Alexander, and the first quarter is over. At one point, North Putnam led by 11. It got slashed to 6. Now it's back to 11. The second quarter comes your way next. You're watching the ISC Sports Network presented by Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Oh, baby! That got me awake! The worm has turned in Logansport. Look at that play. The lob underneath, that is. You don't get any picture perfect more than that. That young man will be glad that our cameras were here for tonight's contest.
Underway here to begin the second quarter. North Putnam leads by 11. Pickle, can he extend the lead? Yes, he can. Aaron
Great
Pickle,
shot.
11 points already for the 6'2 sophomore forward.
Dane Spencer, number 33, John, is playing really above his head right now, playing great defense and rebounding quite well.
Cade Plew missed the first shot but made the second. Mason Brooks did not want to pick up his third foul there.
Seems like these two ball clubs were playing a little bit tentative in the first quarter. Let's see if they really ramp up things defensively, get more physical in the second period, kind of feeling each other out in the first stanza.
Spencer driving in on Meyer. There's a three by Ellis Lyons, lips out. And Meyer grabs the board. Plew, nice catch off the feed from Whitaker. Couldn't finish though, and Brooks holds him off for the rebound. Pickle travels.
That's an unfortunate call for Pickle. He was caught in between that pass and looking to drive or throw the basketball. Now, one thing I've noticed early on in the second period, John, is transition is a problem for North Putnam. If Greencastle can push the basketball here in this basketball game, they're going to have a chance to score some points because North Putnam is just not getting back on defense quite as much as they'd like to. Wow. Whitaker.
Wow. Brody Whitaker shot that ball from Fort Wayne. He was way out there. He has 5 points now. He and Cade Plew lead the way for Greencastle. Aaron Pickle leads the way for North Putnam with 11 of their 21.
One thing about the officials in this ball game, they're letting these young people get away with pushing and shoving. It's a little bit physical, but that time, there's an offensive foul. That's a big call. The officials have been pretty soft here, but not this call.
Yeah, Brooks trying to say that maybe his leg was pushed out there. Whitaker was able to get him there, but see, Brooks lowers his shoulder and extends the forearm a little bit, and referees are going to call that. So you gamble, you leave Brooks in the game with 2 fouls, and it does not pay off. He has to come out now with 3.
And that is a great call by the official on the court, confirmed by a replay. As I've talked about throughout the course of this year, IHSA basketball officials are outstanding. They don't get as much credit as they deserve. They're about 99% correct.
Aaron Huffman is in the game now. Plew loses the ball on the way to the basket. It goes out of bounds, though, off of North Putt. Looked like maybe Spencer or Huffman touched it last. So now it's Aaron Huffman, Aaron Pickle, Dane Spencer, Ellis Lyons, and Zach Huff. Those are the 5 guys for North Putnam.
Dane Spencer really battling inside on Plew. Again, they're letting the players have contact inside. Spencer has to do a good job of blocking out the lefty.
There was the missed 3 by Benton Parmley, but Whitaker could not hit the follow for Greencastle. So it is Parmley, Whitaker to go along with Evan Alexander. Also out there, Ethan Meyer and Cade Plew. 3 out of the corner. Just slips out for Huffman.
Great job by Ethan Meyer to box out there. He pushed Spencer back, got the rebound, got great space.
Plew backs his way in. No, there's the follow. Yes, from Benton Parmley.
Nobody there to block out Parmley, but they didn't have to because they came down and triple teamed Plew in the inside, giving him plenty of space there.
Lions in trouble. Lost it. Plew the steal. Whitaker and a foul.
I think you got to call a foul on Pickle there. He ran right into the screen on Meyer. I think that's a good call.
That is the first on him.
Here it is. There's Meyer 40. There's Pickle, ran into him with his left shoulder.
Yep. And also Ethan Meyer did himself a favor there by staying and holding his ground and not moving. Made the call even easier for the official. Benton Parmley now to Alexander, dumping it to Plew. Plew had nowhere to go, so he had to throw it out of there.
Offensively, Greencastle really spreading things out, but Plew's underneath. Got to be very careful, North Putnam, as they try to clear out Plew.
Well, he missed that. He couldn't quite get the ball after that missed shot by Whitaker, and I think they're going to get a foul on Plew here.
What a great effort by Zach Huff. He may be the smallest guy in the court, 5'9" sophomore. How in the heck did he get the basketball there? It's
effort.
Unbelievable.
A timeout. That's the second foul, by the way, on Plew. This will be a 30-second timeout, which we'll go ahead and keep right here. Don't forget Endeavor Communications. Give them a call, 1-800-922-6677, or visit weendeavor.com for all of your telecommunication needs. And fans, be sure to download the ISC Sports Network app today on your smartphone or tablet. You can watch high school and college sports as well as original content you won't find anywhere else. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here.
John, what really makes this tournament special is the fact that all the schools have brought their bands here.
Yeah.
All 4 schools have brought bands. It really brings, a lot of excitement and brings a value to the game that you probably don't get during the regular season. It's just fantastic.
Zach Huff walks the ball across half court, being fronted by Whitaker. Whitaker almost poked it free. Pickle. Can't get that 3 to go down.
Wow, what a nice job by Huff again running down the ball. Only 2 seniors on this North Putnam ball club. They have done a tremendous job with a lot of sophomores in the lineup here.
Both teams look like they're content to play zone.
That's another sophomore. That's Lyons. Great shot there. And again, ball distribution. It's been really good tonight for North Putnam.
In the last game against Greencastle, Lyons had 6 points. And the North Putt lead is now 10. Remember, Mason Brooks, their leading scorer, on the bench with 3 fouls. Good finish inside by Alexander and a really terrific pass as well.
Again, Parmley doing a good job of making certain the pass goes to the right guy. He's got great decisions so far. It's really key for Greencastle. Boy, North Putnam has really shot the ball well tonight.
They have in total. Made 5 threes here in the first half. Can we get 6? Not that time from Ellis Lyons. Pushing it the other way. Parmley got his own rebound.
Again, that's where I talk about transition, where Greencastle can make North Putnam pay. And Parmley just a little bit too short to make that finish there, as Benton is just 5'9".
Looks like a zone defense here by North Putt. Cade Plew gets behind it though, and a good pass and finish. He's got 7.
Yeah, Greencastle's is making it too easy now, getting the ball inside.
Pickle, can he answer? No. Spencer couldn't hang on. Rebound Whitaker. Whitaker flying up the floor with a 2-on-1. Layup good and a foul.
And Evan Alexander, give him credit, number 24. This young man, John, he got the ball and kept it alive for Greencastle. Great job by Alexander, 24, and look at Whitaker finish. Bam.
That's on Ellis Lyons. That is his first, and that is another foul on North Putnam that is closer and closer to putting Greencastle in the bonus. Mason Brooks is coming back into the game with 3 fouls. Wow. I think North Putt coach Vince Brooks is noticing the game is slipping away from his team a little bit. Whitaker's free throw, yes.
No doubt about it. They've been able to get the basketball inside really easily. Easy looks, and again, transition is killing them here to allow the Tiger Cubs to get back in the ball game.
It was a 10-point lead. It felt like just moments ago. Now it's whittled down to 3. Pickle to Huff now. Crossover dribble. Pickle lets it go from deep. Way short. And the rebound by Evan Alexander. Whitaker galloping up the floor. 3 for the tie.
Bam.
Rattles down.
Great job by Whitaker is finding Parmley for the 3. And again, transition is, I think, where Greencastle can really hurt North Putnam in this ball game.
And this McAnally Center is the loudest it's been in a while. A 10-0 run by the Tiger Cubs. Brooks fouled. Boy, if he was called for one there. That is on Whitaker, just his first though.
We've got some really good ball players who handle the basketball here in Putnam County. We saw Kyle Thomas for Cloverdale, and now we see what Mason Brooks can do when he's got the rock in his hands. Very difficult to defend.
Aaron Huffman comes out of the game. Ellis Lyons back in. Pickles got 11. Mason Brooks has 7. So there you have it. That's the 18 of North Putnam's 24 points. As we come up on a minute to play in the second. Brooks calling for it in the post. He gets it, but he's immediately doubled. That leaves Lyons open. Lips out on the 3. Brooks almost got the rebound, but it went off him and out of bounds. He doesn't even protest the call because he knows it was off him.
Boy, that was a good look by Lyons, and it goes to show you that Greencastle's really sacrificing defensively to double down on Brooks, leaving the guard wide open for the shot.
Well, there you now Mason Brooks just came out. Aaron Huffman for him. So that's an offense-defense substitution there by the Cougars. Inside a minute to play now. Greencastle has stormed back. Remember, at one point they were down 13-2, and just moments ago 24-14. Now they look like they want to hold for the last shot.
It's really remarkable what Greencastle's been able to do. It shows you the fact that they are a really good competitive ball club, and Coach Rector has done a great job with his team putting together a good unit out there.
By the way, while they're doing that, we'll remind you that each of Indiana State's 100-plus majors provides hands-on, career-focused learning on campus and online. Aviation, construction management, engineering, or education. You'll have an edge on the competition with State's 95% placement rate. For more information, visit indstate.edu. That's Indiana State. 8 seconds to go. Parmley to Whitaker. Whitaker crossing over. Tough 3, might have gotten fouled, doesn't go down. Meyer, the follow, it lips out. Don't think it would have counted anyway, but the Greencastle Tiger Cubs rally to come back and tie the game at the half. Our Endeavor Communications halftime show is coming up next from the McAnally Center. You're watching the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Now that Illinois is actually halfway decent, I am not enjoying watching them as much. It's kind of weird. As for the Bears, this is the year for Trubisky. If he doesn't play better this year, they need to cut ties. Pretty good.
Oh my God!
We are ripping fast today.
And how hard can it be, right?
These are now selling for about $3,500. So we're back to our old ways of pulling rocks.
Act like idiots on camera, open cards, and talk about the hobby.
Blue is engineering technology, aviation, public health, business, and 100 other majors. Blue is a 4-year graduation guarantee. Blue is filled with researchers, scholars, explorers, creators. Blue is commended by Forbes and the Princeton Review. Blue is 150 years of sycamores making the world bolder, healthier, greener, wiser, better. Blue is Indiana State University. There's more to Blue.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Got a great one here for the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game. North Putnam and Greencastle deadlocked at 24 at the break. It is our Endeavor Communications halftime show. Along with Mike Walensky, I'm John Herrick on the ISC Sports Network. Mike, that game had a lot of crazy twists and turns in the first half. North Putnam jumps out to a 13-2 lead. And then, of course, Greencastle comes back to get within 6 to go 13-7. North Putt closes the first quarter on a 5-0 run to make the lead 11 points. Then you see Aaron Pickle knocking down 3 threes in that first half. However, Greencastle comes storming back down 10, 24-14, and they tie the game at 24 going in to the locker room. And just like a typical North Putnam Greencastle game, these two teams know each other so well. You know both teams are going to make a run, and we saw that a lot in the first half.
Well, both ball clubs, if they look to win this basketball game, they've got to work their offense inside out. That means they've got to get the basketball inside, and I think Parmalee has done a really good job for the Tiger Cubs. There he is, finding people inside for layups, getting the ball on the wing, and just doing a good job of creating tempo for Greencastle, and that can be the difference in this ball game. If Greencastle creates the tempo, plays inside out as they are right there, they're going to get a lot of easy buckets, and they'll have a chance to win this basketball game. North Putnam has to find a way to get the ball inside. They can't rely on this perimeter shooting all night long. Eventually, it's going to fall out, and you got to be able to rebound, and Greencastle does a good job on the boards.
Yeah, and you saw there that was one of those plays where they did work it in well there. Cade Plew drew that foul on Mason Brooks. His activity in this game has become a major storyline. 7 points for him, but he does have 3 fouls. So how do you manage his activity in the second half if you're head coach Vince Brooks?
Well, I think it's relative to where they play Mason Brooks defensively. They have posted him on Plew a lot of the game on defense, and maybe you put him in a position where he doesn't have to be as aggressive on the defensive end. You can use him more offensively, but also too, as we've seen with Coach Vince Brooks, he's adverse at times to take Mason out of the ball game and sit him, and that's okay too. That's because Dane Spencer, 33, as you saw there, even though you see Greencastle and Parmalee getting a good look, but Spencer's played really well tonight. He's been a real key for the Cougars, both on the offense and defense.
And how about Aaron Pickle and the way he's played? And they needed him to step up when Brooks picked up that 3rd foul.
You know what's amazing about him? He's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
He's showing a lot of confidence, and when you have confidence, it's contagious, and it just flows through everybody. And Aaron started off real well, knocking the ball down from the perimeter, and then as the ball game progressed, he had some shots from the inside, but he's being forced to really run around and face guard either Whitaker or he's playing the point at the guard. He's really exhausting himself on the defensive end, playing really hard to his credit.
By the way, we should mention Greencastle's a 3A school. North Putnam is a 2A school. Here are the rankings right now. We'll start in 2A. Linton Stockton is number 1. Then you have Shenandoah, who is number 2. They're playing LaPel tonight. Fort Wayne Blackhawk number 3. South Decatur is 4 with a record of 18-1. Westview 5. University is 6. Prairie Heights 7. Evansville Mater Dei 8th. And then Park Heritage 9th. Paoli 10th. And then on the other side for Class 3A, Silver Creek sitting at top the standings there at 18-2. And Danville, who you've talked a little bit about before, Mike, they're lurking behind right there, ranked 2nd in Class 3A.
Danville's a handful because they've got size and they can shoot the basketball, and Coach Barber just simply knows how to win, and they've got some depth, and they really attack you with that 1-3-1 defense. They're going to be a very difficult team for Greencastle to knock out. I've seen Shenandoah play in Class 2A.
Yeah.
Shenandoah is a lot like North Putnam. The difference is, I think, they've got an extra shooter, and they're a handful too. And if they come out of that sectional, look out for them because they could steamroll to the semi-state. Dave McCullough's got a really good ball club, doesn't he?
They also pass the ball incredibly well at Shenandoah. It's hard to deal with them. And it's no wonder they're ranked as high. Other teams in Class 3A right behind Danville. Heritage Hills is 3rd, Norwell 4, Greensburg is 5th, Hammond, Mishawaka, South Bend, St. Joseph, Sullivan, and then Evansville, Bosse round out the top 10 in Class 3A. So that just kind of, those rankings right there, Mike, just give you an idea of both what North Putt in 2A and Greencastle in 3A are up against.
You know, you think about 3A to me, I look at Mishawaka Marion, who's, I believe, was 13-4.
Yeah.
And their best player from last year, Jaden Ivey, is no longer on their roster.
Yeah.
He's playing at La Lumiere. He's the son of Neil Ivey, the assistant women's basketball coach at Notre Dame, and he's already made a commitment to play at Purdue for Matt Painter, and I think he's going to be outstanding. But, wow, kudos to Marion. They lose their best player, and they're still in the hunt.
So 24 all here, and we've got a great second half coming up. What do you think the keys are to victory for both teams going into the second half here, Mike?
Well, if North Putnam wants to have any chance of winning this ball game, they've got to slow it down. They cannot afford to run this basketball full court against Greencastle, because Greencastle, I've seen, has been able to really take advantage of them in terms of transition. North Putnam can make it a half-court game. They got a chance to win this one.
It is a very festive atmosphere here tonight. The Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game up for grabs right now. The consolation game was won earlier this evening by Cloverdale. They knocked off South Putnam 49-36, and we are about to find out who will take the boys basketball championship. So it is a fun night at the McAnally Center. It is a big crowd here. The student section is lively, and a lot of folks have turned out from North Putnam as well. A lot of folks from South Putnam and Cloverdale have stuck around to watch the boys basketball championship game, and we'll have the second half of that from the McAnally Center in Greencastle coming up when we return in just a moment. You are watching the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Deadlocked at 24 to start the third quarter here in Greencastle. Along with Mike Walensky, I'm John Herrick and the rest of our fantastic crew at the ISC Sports Network. Wherever you are, however you may be watching, we appreciate you doing so. We also want to welcome our viewers from Comcast. So if you're watching on Comcast, we appreciate it. You can also get us on the ISC Sports Network app and iscsportsnetwork.com. Greencastle going to ride with their starting five of Brody Whitaker, Benton Parmley, Evan Alexander, Ethan Meyer, and Cade Plew. And North Putnam looks like they're going to go with their starting five of Mason Brooks, Dane Spencer, Aaron Huffman, Aaron Pickle, and Zach Huff. Again, Mason Brooks, the leading scorer for North Putnam on the season, averaging 22 points a game. 7 points tonight. He's got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls. As Cade Plew tries to motor his way inside, he's called for traveling, and a good act of sportsmanship there by Mason Brooks helping him up.
No doubt about it. And North Putnam, right off the bat, did a really nice job communicating defensively as they doubled up Plew and confused him as he dropped that pivot foot. If North Putnam, again, can get the basketball in the half court, be efficient with the ball, get some good shots, they've got a chance to win this basketball game tonight.
Pickle leaves it for Huffman, lets it fly, and it goes over the top of the backboard and out of play back to the Tiger Cubs.
As good as Huffman is with the open shot there, the three-pointer, I'm not quite sure from my perspective that that's what you want to do to start off the third period. I think you want to get the basketball inside, working inside out, and get some easy shots. Just like that, just like Greencastle just did. Although Plew may be called for a foul, pushing off.
Yeah, and I think what's making the Greencastle coaching staff upset is that the referee from up top is the one who made that call instead of the one on the baseline nearest the play. But Cade Plew just picked up his third. So now you got Plew with 3 and Brooks with 3.
And that's interesting because Plew is guarding Pickle. And Pickle's no easy guy to lock down because he can shoot the ball from the perimeter and he can drive.
Brooks immediately doubled. Huffman to the basket. Fouled on the drive, Ethan Meyer.
And that's the kind of shot that you want to have in the half court. You open up the lane. And number 12 there for North Putnam, Aaron Huffman, is confident enough to take the ball one-on-one on Meyer, and Meyer just bodies him up and draws the foul.
So Aaron Huffman to the line. He hasn't taken a lot of free throws this year. It's his 10th free throw, so these are his 10th and 11th free throw attempts. His second one, in and out. So he is now 6 of 11 on the year after splitting the pair, but it puts North Putnam back up by 1. Alexander. Looked like Meyer was there to give him a screen. Now he gives it to Meyer. As they've done all night, they have backed off Meyer every time he has touched the ball.
And so far for Bryce Rector and his ball club, they've been very efficient, taking good shots and being very patient. Good job of distributing it there by Parmley.
Alexander with a big 3 out of the right side. And that is the first lead for Greencastle tonight, and it didn't last long.
Wow, Spencer in transition. Oh my. Nice little give by Zach Huff, and Spencer drained it, the junior.
Looks like we might have a seesaw battle on our hands here. Alexander lets it fly. It lips out. Aaron Huffman grabs the rebound for the North Putnam Cougars. North Putnam 11-9, Greencastle 13-4. Greencastle's won 7 games in a row, trying to claim their 8th and win the Putnam County Championship. Brooks unloads a 3, and it's nowhere close. Rebounded by Parmley.
Tough shot for Brooks. Great job by Whitaker's coming up and playing him defensively, getting his body inside, and maybe got a piece of that one.
Whitaker has 8 points to lead at Greencastle. There's the pass inside to Meyer, and Meyer gets it to go down, and a 3-point play opportunity.
I just love the way Benton Parmley is playing at the point. Point guards are dear to me, and I love the way he plays. He no look, gets the ball inside to Meyer, he lays it up and draws a foul. Parmley with at least 5 assists in this ball game so far. He's been critical for Coach Rector's ball club.
It's on Dane Spencer, that foul, his first. And Meyer, who was 3 of 11 from the free throw line before that, makes that free throw. Spencer hands off Brooks. Brooks, awkward shot, no. There's the rebound by Alexander to Whitaker, who dribbles the ball off his foot but gets it back.
Well, for Bryce Rector, he's got a couple guys who can handle the ball up top, and that's a real good thing for them.
Deep 3 does not go down from out there by Parmley. Now North Putnam pushes, and Huff
And Greencastle shown in this ball game, at least, they're really good in transition defensively and offensively. They get back really well on defense.
A whistle away from the ball here. That is on Brody Whitaker. That's his second. And that is the third on Greencastle. And they lead 30-28.
Whitaker averaging 24.4 points a game, but he's much more of that. He's playing some solid defense right now on Brooks.
Brooks, a deep three. In and out. Certainly makeable for him, but not on that particular attempt. Lions got the rebound, and then he is fouled by Ethan Meyer, who just got tabbed with his second foul.
I will tell you, when you get to tournament play, those kind of shots from deep normally aren't going to fall. You got to be careful. You got to take good shots because you got to play that much harder, and it's that much more difficult. That's a good shot there. Good
and Meyer was able to stand straight up. He played great defense there on that miss.
Good attempt. I thought for a minute there Zach Huff might have drawn the foul.
Whitaker, ball gets kicked by Dane Spencer, so it stays on this end. Whitaker finds Plew, and right there you can just tell North Putnam's defense lost track of him.
Yep, great job of moving without the basketball as Plew, the big 6'7" kid, getting the bucket, and all of a sudden Greencastle's taking the lead.
And it's a 4-point lead now, 32-28. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Parmley knocked it free.
Well, for North Putnam, you're on the road. You don't want to take quick shots. And the last time down the court, we saw Brooks launch one from deep. I thought that was too quick and too deep.
Brooks immediately doubled, as has happened to him very often tonight. What a pass out to Huff for three, lipping out. Rebound by Ethan Meyer. Meyer up the floor to Parmley. There's the three by Whitaker, lips out. But an offensive board by Plew, and Plew sticks it back and in.
Well, good job by Plew to keep the ball above his shoulders. Otherwise, they're going to tie him up. And he finally decided to turn towards the bucket and make the shot. Good job by the Tiger Cubs. That's a big shot for the Cougs.
And that's also the first shot of the game made by Zach Huff, cutting this Greencastle deficit down to 3.
Huff is the fourth leading three-point shooter. It's Brooks at 56, Pickle with 35, and Aaron Huffman has 28, number 12.
And boy, now Greencastle looks like they want to hold.
Yeah, and I've seen this before in high school basketball quite a bit.
You're going to.
And there's nothing you can do about it. It's all legal.
The only people that can do anything about it are the defense.
Yep.
That's the guys playing defense. They're the ones that have to go up and force the ball out. That's what Ellis Lyons is trying to do on Meyer. Just look content to play keep away. Of course, the North Putnam fans started chanting boring, but Greencastle doesn't seem to care. They're the ones who have the lead.
Yeah, they have the lead, and they're at home, and maybe their kids are a little bit winded and need a rest.
And also, they probably feel like they have good enough ball handlers to play keep away.
Yep. And North Putnam has to be really concerned about Plew. He's running open.
And there he is. He tries to drive. Spencer tried to get him to pick up his fourth foul, but no call. Meyer realized he couldn't get rid of it, so now he waited to find Whitaker.
And this isn't such a bad strategy, particularly when you're going to play teams like Danville in the tournament. When you have a lead, you've got to hold it.
Plew, bounce pass, Whitaker, layup, yes! But they're saying wave it off. And why? The referee who blew the whistle, okay, she says now she's saying a foul.
There was a foul on the floor before Whitaker put the ball up. There's number 12.
That's Aaron
from
Huffman.
the backside. Yep, Huffman is going to be called with a foul. Looks like, yep, it's his second. Again, officials doing a really good job. There was contact on the floor.
Discover how you can save money by bundling your Endeavor services. Call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Communications, your hometown telephone provider for over 65 years. three blocked there. Good job by Evan Alexander to block that one away from Zach Huff.
Whitaker's 5'9" and Alexander's 6 foot. And Huff probably won't shoot that one again with those long arms stretched out in front of him and knocking it out of bounds.
Brooks, who has been scoreless in the third quarter, gives it up to Spencer. Spencer, nice little stop and go move, and he lays it in and draws one.
Well, one thing about Meyer is he put him to sleep there because Spencer's left-handed, and he had Meyer overplaying the right hand, and he really took advantage. Let's watch this. He fell asleep right there. Great job by Spencer finding the glass and putting it in and using the left hand and getting by the defender quickly. He has played a really, really good game for the North Putnam Cougars. Dane Spencer, a junior at 6'1", he's playing bigger than 6'1".
Now the official's talking about something. I think there was a discrepancy about who they were calling the foul on. It was clearly on Meyer. And Spencer has a chance to tie this game up. He does.
John, there's something about left-handers that make them special. The rotation of the ball, the way they approach things, and this young man's having a great night.
And this will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Dane Spencer, after that free throw, now has 9 points, the second leading scorer on the team, next to Aaron Pickle, who has 11. Fans, be sure to download the ISC Sports Network app today on your smartphone or tablet to watch high school and college sports as well as original content you will not find anywhere else. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. Well, this second half so far, I would say, Mike, has kind of belonged to Greencastle in a sense. They got a quick start, and they have been putting some pressure on North Putt. And then, of course, that big three-point play, though, you never know for North Putnam, that could change things.
Yeah, somehow, all of a sudden, things turned, and now we've got an even game. But I still think in this basketball game, if Greencastle can stretch this out and start running and pushing tempo, they have a chance to win this basketball game. I think they're really better in the open court than North Putnam is. And for Greencastle to hold the basketball for as long as they did, maybe that played in the hands of North Putnam just a little bit.
Whitaker takes it right at Brooks. Contact but no foul. Brooks avoids getting his fourth foul there, but Whitaker knocks in the shot.
Yeah, Whitaker's really good when they're on the attack, and so is this ball club.
Pickle for three. Nope. And there's Whitaker, the rebound. Whitaker has 10 points, but Cade Plew leads the way for Greencastle with 11.
And once again, John, you know, Greencastle spreading it out. I'm not quite sure if that's the way they want to play this game, but that's what they're doing, and as long as they get good shots out of this, it's fine. But if they turn the ball over, it's going to be really detrimental for them.
And if they have a lead, you know they're definitely going to use that to their advantage, or try to anyway. Whitaker just took that one from Meyer. Oh, wow, Plew in the contact there with Spencer. Spencer fell down. Whitaker, they blow the whistle and say the was on the floor.
Oh, Hoffman reached in. Huffman make that. Aaron Huffman, number 12. And the question is, did he get hand? He probably did. There it is, a slap right there. And that's another good call by the official because right on top of it. Huffman with the contact picks up his third.
And I think I think both of these crews have done a great job. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Alexander for three, just slips out. And the third quarter comes to an end. 36-34, Greencastle. As we go to the fourth, it's the Putnam County Tournament Boys Championship game on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
You can't get enough of them.
You can't get enough of us. Good one, J-Man.
This is the worst scandal. This
is worse than steroid. Not so fast.
Are you going to watch the XFL?
I'll probably watch a little bit of it.
You want to go through and pick some games?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I really don't. Oh, my God.
We are ripping fast today.
And how hard can it be, right?
These are now selling for about $3,500. So we're back to our old ways of pulling rocks.
Act like idiots on camera, open cards, and talk about the hobby.
Blue is 100+ majors, from education to aviation. An honors program that takes you around the world and leads to innovative research and Fulbright scholars. Blue is top 5 in the nation for community service 5 years in a row. Blue is students from all 50 states and 70 countries. Blue is 150 years, 100,000 alumni, one strong Sycamore community. Blue is Indiana State University. There's more to Blue.
Well, Mike, North Putnam had 18 points at the end of the first quarter, but they have only scored 16 points over the last 2 quarters. What do they have to do to turn things around offensively here?
I think for North Putnam to begin to score, look to get the ball inside, work it inside out. We talked about that the entire night. If they can do that, they're going to get some easy buckets. The other piece is if they can drive the ball to the rim like right now, and Pickle did us a great job of doing that, drawing the foul. Be more aggressive, getting the ball closer to the rim. They've got a chance to start putting points on the board. They cannot rely on those perimeter shots anymore. They just aren't going to fall.
That's the 7th team foul, by the way, on Greencastle, and it is the 4th foul on Cade Plew. So their leading scorer tonight just got nabbed with his 4th foul. Free throw made by Aaron Pickle.
What I'm seeing from North Putnam right now is that Mason Brooks is an outstanding basketball player, and he's making everybody better around him. And then with Pickle, he has a lot of confidence in starting to score points and get the job done. And they're relying on him defensively too, matching up with Whitaker in the backcourt.
We are tied in this game for the 3rd time. We've been tied at 24, 34, and now 36. This was a game that North Putnam was dominating early. They led 13-2 and then later 18-7. At one point it was 24-14, but Greencastle has stormed back after that missed 3 by Whitaker. Whitaker catches the pass and scores!
Again, I can't tell you how good Parmalee is distributing the basketball. He did it in midair and dropped the ball into Whitaker. Great job by the Tiger Cubs.
38-36 and a timeout after that. By the way, you've heard us mention it, and we'll get to it in just a second, but that pass by Parmalee, wow.
It was super. I said
this close from getting turned over.
It was, and I said coming in the ball game that he could be the X factor. He's that good. And North Putnam defensively has to try to find a way to take him out of the ball game because he's controlling the tempo and where the ball is being delivered. He's doing a really nice job for Bryce Rector and his ball club.
You've heard us mention Endeavor Communications quite a few times, folks. Be sure to give them a call, 1-800-922-6677, or visit weendeavor.com for all of your telecommunication needs. It is a 2-point advantage for the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. They're trying to win their 8th game in a row. It is an awesome Putnam County rivalry between these two, North Putnam and Greencastle. And this game has been exactly how you want to finish off this Putnam County tournament. Great effort on both sides. Whitaker comes up with a steal, motoring down the floor and has a layup.
Transition defense for Whitaker gives them another bucket.
Pickle thought about the 3. Mason Brooks at the free throw line was calling for it, but he has been held scoreless in the second half. He's been dealing with foul trouble, and now Vince Brooks for North Putnam needs a timeout. This is a full one. We'll step aside. You're watching the Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
North Putnam coach Vince Brooks didn't like the way that last possession was turning out, so he called a timeout, trying to set something up offensively. Brooks was hounded immediately, got rid of it to Pickle, and Pickle with another 3-point basket made. That is his 4th of the game, and it puts North Putnam within 1.
Great job. Great job of getting the ball inside, and that's what I talk about, being inside out. They got the ball into Brooks, and he distributed the basketball back to Pickle. Got a great look at the top of the key.
Alexander swings it out to Parmley. Parmley getting a screen. Leaves it for Alexander again. Now to Plew, backing his way in. The defense collapses on him, and Brooks comes up with the rejection.
And he's aggressive at it, too, because he's got 3 fouls. That's a big one. But he did not keep the ball in play, so it goes back out of bounds to Greencastle. He came from the weak side there with the right hand and threw it out of bounds.
Well, when I played basketball, I tried to block it off the backboard. That way, if you did that, it give yourself a teammate a chance to get the ball.
And every little bit counts in this ball game.
Yep.
Every little thing counts. It's the little things. This is a great lesson for both ball clubs as they head towards sectional play.
Alexander being hounded by Ellis Lyons, who's played some key minutes off the bench tonight. It's Lyons, Spencer, Huff, Brooks, and Pickle for North Putnam.
And Huff has the most difficult job defensively.
It is Plew, Parmley, and now they try to get it into Plew, and they call Plew for a push-off. He just fouled out of the game.
That is unbelievable. Spencer did a great job of setting up that charge there, or that block. Here it is.
So
Parmley distributing the ball inside, and then, yep, he pushed off. Plew pushed off on Spencer, and that is an excellent call by the officials in this ball game.
And I think Greencastle coach Bryce Rector calling a timeout. He wants a 30-second timeout. So he was going to get a full, but then he said, no, I want a 30. So, wow. So that just changes a lot of things, and I think that's exactly why Bryce Rector calls a timeout. Trent Ross is about to come into the game to take Plew's spot. So now, remember, Mike, Cade Plew has scored 11 points in this game, and not having him the rest of the way for the last 5 minutes and 14 seconds going to be pivotal. How does Greencastle adjust?
That's going to be a real challenge, but I do think that Greencastle still has a lot of firepower, and maybe the key to knocking out Greencastle is being able to control Benton Parmley, the point guard, number 14. He's getting too many looks. He's got good vision on the court and getting the ball to the right people, but they've got to be very selective in terms of who's going to score the basketball. If it's not Whitaker, I suspect it's going to be Evan Alexander, number 24, who's put up a lot of shots in this ball game.
Greencastle ball out of the timeout. By the way, the foul total for them, 8 fouls on them in this game. In the second half, 3 on North Putnam. Spencer is the one with the ball now. Driving right at Ross, who just checked in for Plew. Brooks, step back 3. They call a foul, and he makes it. He's got a chance for a 4-point play.
Whitaker's in shock. I am as well. I thought the minute he left go that basketball, it was a bad shot, but I was completely wrong. He drained it. And there was contact there. Man.
Whitaker also just got his 3rd. And Mason Brooks is now in double figures with 10. And this is the first lead that North Putnam has had in a while. But he bricks the free throw. And there for the rebound is Ross.
Pickle still guarding Whitaker up top, and he's been really good defensively.
Whitaker, tough shot in the lane. Too hard, got his own rebound. And fouled.
Just the aggressor goes to spoils, and Whitaker did a good job of following his shot. Pickle forgot to block him out. Let's take a look. He got in between there.
Yep.
There's the foul right over the top.
That's 2 on Pickle. Short on the free throw is Whitaker. As we mentioned earlier in the game, Greencastle a 68% free throw shooting team, and that could come in big down the stretch. But Whitaker made the second, and he's got 15.
He's shooting 83% this year.
Yep. Yeah, and he's by far and away the best one.
And you jinxed him on the first shot.
In fairness, I didn't really say anything until after he missed it. So
that's true.
Now, if you're North Putnam, do you get a lead and do you hold it? I mean, we've seen Greencastle do that, but this game has just had so many twists and turns.
And chances are when you're on the road, the chances go up to hold the basketball. Because you can slow down the basketball. It's better for your team being on the road against this hostile crowd in this arena, which you don't play in. But I think there may be potentially a 5-second, but they're going to call foul out here on Meyer. That's a big call for North Putnam.
It's also the 10th foul on Greencastle. So double bonus time for the remaining 3 minutes and 51 seconds of this game.
Lyons is just a sophomore.
But Lyons bricks the first free throw, so he is an 80% free throw shooter too. He's one of the better free throw shooters in this game. He has 3 points, came on a 3-point shot he made in the second quarter. And it'll stay that way as he couldn't get either of them. But Pickle the rebound. He misses the turnaround. And Whitaker's got it trapped on the baseline. Ball got kicked out, though, by Brooks.
And Brooks almost got his 4th foul because he was reaching over the top. Now, for Lyons, don't be frustrated about that foul shot. One thing I like about this kid, watching him play, is he's very competitive. Early on in the ball game, he did not like the fact that Coach Brooks took him out of the ball game. And that's a good sign for this youngster.
Parmley for 3.
Wow.
Benton Parmley just continues to do it, passing and also shooting. And I think they said that his toe was on the line, so it's a 2-point shot. And then Pickle with the answer the other way. So now it's 44-43 North Putnam.
Well, that was an easy bucket for Pickles. He just swung right by Alexander. You'd think they'd be a little bit better defensively. And look at Parmley.
This time, did he get his foot behind the line? They say yes. So Parmley's got 10. Pickle traveled, yes. Good call. And good defense by Evan Alexander.
Yeah, Evan did a really good job there that time. He didn't back down. He had good floor balance and forced the youngster Pickle to turn the ball over.
Now Brody Whitaker walks it up. He's got 15 to lead the way for Greencastle. Their 6'7", 190-pound junior center, Cade Plew, fouled out of the game earlier in this quarter with 11 points. Myers got it.
Parmley really has a step ahead of Huff. Huff is just not able to defend him, giving him too much space.
Parmley left it short, almost got his own rebound, but Brooks took it away from him. Brooks doesn't have numbers, and he lost it.
Wow, Whitaker came from behind and got the steal. That's a big one.
Ross got rid of it to Meyer. And Greencastle sees that clock, and they want to use as much of it as they can.
And John, one of the things when you hold the basketball, there's the potential to have it stolen as opposed to being aggressive and trying to score.
And I think that's why they wanted to give it to Brody Whitaker, and a whistle, contact, and a foul. If that's on Brooks, that's his 4th.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Whitaker that he took the ball to the rim there, gave his team a chance. He carried his team and gets a chance. They're rewarded every time they go to the foul line because he's a really good shooter.
Easy call there. Brooks was sliding over, not set. So Whitaker to the free throw line where he is 2 of 3 tonight, but he makes the first.
Now the pressure is on North Putnam. They've got to be concerned about taking good shots here.
And that's why their coach, Vince Brooks, wants to use a timeout. It's a full one. We'll be back in a moment. It's the ISC Sports Network presented by Endeavor Communications.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
A 3-point lead for Greencastle and an even more important free throw coming up here for Brody Whitaker, Mike. You make it a 2-possession game, and of course if you force a North Putnam miss, you're basically thinking, hey, we can hold the ball the way we've been doing it to kill some clock in this game, and Whitaker's free throw does indeed
nice shot.
Make it a 2-possession
now
game.
For North Putnam, do not take a three. Try to get the ball to the rim, as you're going to either stop the clock or get an easy bucket.
Well, they do try the three with Brooks, and it's way off the mark.
That just does not work late in ball games. More often than not, percentages do not work for you.
And Meyer with the rebound. Parmley out to Meyer again. Meyer gives it up to Whitaker. He's forced to get it back to Meyer on the double. And now Whitaker doubled again. Awkward pass, but Ross ends up with it. Ross senses things were getting a little awkward there, so he calls a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Back for the conclusion of this one in just a moment. ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Blue is engineering technology, aviation, public health, business, and 100 other majors. Blue is a 4-year graduation guarantee. Blue is filled with researchers, scholars, explorers, creators. Blue is commended by Forbes and the Princeton Review. Blue is 150 years of sycamores making the world bolder, healthier, greener, wiser, better. Blue is Indiana State University. There's more to Blue.
Greencastle trying to hold on and win the Putnam County Boys Basketball Championship. Each of Indiana State's 100-plus majors provides hands-on, career-focused learning on campus and online. Aviation, construction management, engineering, or education. You'll have an edge on the competition with State's 95% placement rate. For more information, visit indstate.edu, Indiana State University. Greencastle with the basketball. That was Whitaker lobbing it into Parmley, trying to get away from Huff. Whistle and a foul. I think they're going to get this on Spencer. It's his second.
That's a good call because Spencer just jumped into Parmley's space there. And for North Putnam, they've got to be more efficient taking shots. Those 3-point shots near the end of a ball game just doesn't make any sense.
Especially if they're forced or they know it's coming.
Yep.
And that was not a... Even though Brooks has made some incredible shots in his career, that one was rushed, the last one that he took. Greencastle just helping tick precious time off the clock. Dumping it off, Alexander, layup good. What a find by Trent Ross.
Trent Ross has been valuable late in the ball game, handled the ball well, and he was smart enough to call that last timeout.
Huff, three, in and out. There's Ross with a key rebound. And a jump ball. But it's Greencastle with the arrow.
And right now, I think if you're North Putnam, you're probably going to have to foul to stop the clock.
At this juncture, you will. By the way, both teams have a timeout left. Pass batted out by Brooks. Brooks has been pretty neutralized in the second half.
Not having Plew in the ball game when you're 6'7" to throw that inbounds over the top, that really hurts Greencastle.
And a whistle. Okay, they called Ellis Lyons on a foul off the ball, which isn't actually that bad of a thing for them to have happen, because now you put Greencastle on the line in the bonus and you keep the clock stopped.
And frankly, if you can get the basketball in transition off of miss, then take a three, then maybe better. But getting stagnant in that half court and taking a three where your guy's doubled up on the wing. It just doesn't make too much sense.
Alexander is able to knock in the free throw.
This young man has played extremely good basketball, Evan Alexander, for the Tiger Cubs for Bryce Rector's ball club tonight. Been a good offensive force, and he's played solid defense.
And now the lead is 8. What a second half Greencastle has played, and it really started with that run, Mike, at the end of the second quarter when they were down by 10 and they came back to tie it at halftime. 3 this time, does not fall in from Lyons. And Parmley grabs the board.
I take Parmley as a point guard for any basketball team in this state. He has just proven to be just absolutely outstanding.
Yep.
Getting the ball to the right places, taking good shots, doing the little things, rebounding, as little as he is, blocking out. He's been fantastic tonight.
And that's about as loud as you have heard the McAnally Center all night. They as soon as that rebound was secured, they could feel victory in their grasp. And of course, the Greencastle student section enjoying every bit of this to illustrate their happiness and that victory with the phones.
And the one thing about the Tiger Cubs tonight is they've knocked down free throws. Obviously very comfortable here at home.
They've only missed 2 the entire game. We wondered about how the foul shooting would affect the game, but it's been all in Greencastle's favor. So now the I believe that we will win chant happens. Brooks a 3. He doesn't want to be done yet. Again, remember, the time is running off the clock here. 2-1, and that does it. The Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament champions are the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, erasing an early 11-point deficit, coming back to win by 7, 54-47. And a nice moment there between Greencastle Tiger Cub coach Bryce Rector and North Putnam's leading scorer Mason Brooks. But in the end, Greencastle's run in the second half was just too much for North Putnam. That is now 8 consecutive wins for the Tiger Cubs, and North Putnam falls to 11-10 on the season. A lot of mutual respect between both of these programs, but Greencastle, you knew kind of coming in, Mike, of the 4 teams in the Putnam County tournament, Greencastle was probably the favorite, and we saw why tonight.
Yeah, they played really well as a team at both ends of the court. They were able to slow down the tempo of the game. Not quite sure if that was, in my mind, a good thing, but it paid off. They got the bucket. This is the second year in a row. This is a big deal for Greencastle High School to do that, and I think Bryce Rector did a really good job of using his bench tonight, but Ben Parmley, I thought as a point guard, just played extraordinarily well. Did a great job along with Whitaker. Those 2 guys in the backcourt were exceptional.
And there you saw Whitaker being put up on his teammates' shoulders with the bucket. Awfully cool moment there. Our Endeavor Communications postgame show is coming up next. Greencastle, your Putnam County Boys Basketball Tournament champions. Postgame show coming your way next on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Oh, baby! That got me awake! The worm has turned in Logansport.
Look at that play. The lob underneath, and if you don't get any picture perfect more than that.
That young man will be glad that our cameras were here for tonight's contest.
What a finish to the Putnam County tournament. And it was Greencastle coming out on top, 54-47. They are cutting down the nets right now, so a really cool moment there. Along with Mike Walensky, I'm John Herrick. And Mike, this was a game where, it looked like it was really going North Putnam's way. They led 18-7. They led 24-14. They had everything going the way they wanted it to go. But then look at what Greencastle did. I really kind of thought it started with what they did at the end of the second quarter to come back and tie the game, and then they took over in the second half.
It was a great job of preparation by Bryce Rector and his staff, and one of the things that impressed me most was their shot selection was outstanding today, and their defense really ramped up their defense in the second half, which they needed to do. They could play at all tempos. This is very critical for this ball club because, as we talked about in Class 3A in that section with Danville and a couple other ball clubs, it's not going to be easy to be able to move out of that sectional and make a run for a state championship. To win a championship in the county, this is big for Greencastle and well-deserved for Coach Rector and his staff.
Well, after they lost the first quarter 18-7, they outscored North Putnam 17-6 in the second quarter, 12-10 in the third quarter, and then 18-13 in the fourth quarter, as they all are getting their pictures taken after winning the Putnam County tournament. They got the bucket as well, so really cool moment for them. They were led in scoring by Brody Whitaker, who is our Endeavor Communications player of the game. Of course, you could have given it to a lot of different guys here, Mike. Benton Parmley had a great night. Cade Plew had 11 points, but Brody Whitaker with the big plays that he made down the stretch, just too good to not give him player of the game.
Well, one thing about him is he draws a lot of double teams, and look at that. He's able to shoot the ball from up top. He can take the ball inside, and then his pressure defensively was a real key for Coach Rector's ball club. Again, here's a bucket. This is a big one in transition. He lays it in, he gets fouled. He gets a three-point play. That was huge in this ball game. Transition scoring really for the Tiger Cubs tonight was really important for them to come up with their 14th victory.
And then also, that's our player of the game presented by Endeavor Communications, your hometown telephone provider for over 65 years. Our play of the game, though, went a different way. And again, there were so many big plays made in this game, but then you got to remember Mason Brooks made several big threes in this game for North Putnam. One of which happened right here on what was this 4-point play opportunity. He did get fouled and made the shot, but didn't make the free throw. Whitaker had that shock on his face, like, how in the world? But that is just, in essence, that shows how good Mason Brooks really is.
Yeah, and he played with 3 fouls most of the game, and Coach Brooks had to sit him on the bench for quite some time. So for North Putnam, this was a great learning experience. Losing is difficult, I know, for them, especially when you want to win a championship, but they will be a threat when they run into the sectional, and whether it's Park Heritage or somebody else makes a run. They've got a chance as well to go deep in the tournament, but they've got to value the basketball, take good shots, and play solid defense.
Well, next up for North Putnam is North Montgomery on February 18th, and they close out the season at Indian Creek on February 28th. And then for Greencastle, a little bit different. They go to Cascade on the 18th, and they are at Bloomington South, at Owen Valley, and at North Montgomery after that. So Greencastle Tiger Cub fans, you only have one more chance to get to come out and see your Tiger Cubs at home, and that is on February the 18th against Cascade. Their last 3 games are on the road. Leading scorer tonight for Greencastle, Brody Whitaker, was 17. And then 12 for Benton Parmley, 11 for Evan Alexander, 11 for Cade Plew, 18 for Aaron Pickle in the losing effort for North Putnam, and 13 for Mason Brooks. We have a lot of great people to thank for tonight's broadcast who helped make this possible. Of course, Jake Morris, our director, Wes Wolf, our graphics man, Rob Lynch, Shea Goodpasture, Jordan Shue, and Jacob Simon on the cameras, Kevin Gasco in charge of replay, and along with Mike Walensky, I'm John Herrick saying so long. Thank you so much for watching the Putnam County Tournament Boys Basketball Championship game on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications.